You've played in that rivalry. It means everything to you. You're a fan of Ohio State. You're a Buckeye at heart. When you hear Ohio State's head coach Ryan Day say that discussion should be had about moving it, your initial thought is what?
No. That's my initial thought. That's my medium thought. That's my long-term thought. No. That is something generations of us have grown up with that game being the last, game of the season, whatever date it is on the calendar. It's your last regular season game of the season. And that means something. That's also, goes into the allure of the rivalry. Now, when you're bringing in these other teams into the division, so you're expanding out, I know you have to, roll with some of the punches. So, yes, there will be a possibility of Ohio State, Michigan being twice in a year. Once is enough, but twice is asking an awful lot. But we have got to realize that that's going to happen for the greater good. But who's to say that we're both going to be good at the same time? I mean, I should say that they're going to be good at the same time. And if it is, so be it. If we have to just adjust. If we played them in the last game of the season, we beat them. Well, when we played them in the last game of the season, we beat them. And if we got to turn around and do it next week, we do that too in the Big Ten championship. But, and I was talking off air. I don't think that this is going to be a long-term the solution isn't the word I'm looking for, a long-term deal. With UCLA and USC coming into the Big Ten, I think that I even said it as much last year, we are taking steps closer and closer to having a model of what the NFL is. When I say that, I mean 2 conferences, AFC, NFC. They call them whatever they want, but both conferences have, 4 divisions. They have the East, the West, the North, the South, and all that stuff. So we'll have that too. Instead of calling the AFC North, it'll be college football North. We will have those divisions. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense long term, for Ohio State's wrestling team and softball teams to have to travel cross country out to UCLA, then fall and come back, and then maybe next week go back to USC, and vice versa. You get your basketball team, playing at UCLA on a Thursday night, then coming back cross country, having to play Rutgers on Saturday. All that travel, it doesn't make sense for long term. I think it's only going to be a short term before all the conferences get together, and we will have a Power 5 plus some major independents come together and say this is going to be the new world order of college football, college basketball. College sports. So I don't really think this is sustainable. But go back to the original with Ohio State and Michigan playing back-to-back weeks. Yeah, it bothers me, but I can handle it. As long as we win both those games. It takes an awful lot to get up for one of those games. But when in advance it's a possibility that's playing too, hey, you just have to roll with the punches. Ohio State beats them in the regular season. Now you got the Big Ten championship. There's still people at that time. They'll both still be playoff teams because if you make your conference championship, you'll still be playoff. So I guess there'll be an outside chance they would even possibly a third time.
Well, that's what
so
Gordon Gross
could happen.
Gordon Gross on Facebook just said. Yeah, they could play 3 times a year.